Hi guys, welcome back to some more Robocaft fun, and whoa, we've got a new update. Such a new update that in fact the picture isn't even rendering out properly in here. Is it? No, maybe it will on the page itself. Okay, it looks like spotting and the robots. Robot shop. Okay, so... oh, this kind of makes me cringe a little bit. Selling prefabricated robots. Do I like that? Do I not like that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see. Anyway, let's have a look. Spotting. We had a read of this last time, so we know most of that. We push Q. We push Q. We know all of this stuff. See if there's anything different. Put your crosshair. Press Q to spot them. Display. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, we get the voice. Sound effect and some voiceover saying enemy spotted. I wonder or enemy spotted. Who knows? Who knows what that'll be like? Enemy spotted. I imagine it will be an awesome voice. Oh, back to this. No thanks. Wow. Note. The video will be upgraded for the next launch to tell you information about the enemy also, i.e. gunbed spotted or rail drone spotted. How are they going to be able to tell? How are they going to say marvelous manga character spotted? Shomofo's awesome Crow vs Giant spotted? I doubt it. Okay. We get a scout bonus for being the first to spot an enemy. Spam that Q button. As soon as you get in there, spam that Q button. Enemy radars and receivers now make the red tag appear. Even when you're behind a mountain. Wow. Blah 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 blah. Who cares? Okay, there's been a nerf on the rail cannon. Of course, all of the railers are up in arms. Probably acknowledging the frustration from the users surrounding the rail cannon being so powerful, and users who get frustrated with repeated nerfs we've made, some changes to the rail cannon game mechanics. Our main objective was to maintain the awesome power of the rail cannon, so the fear of rail remained, whilst making playing against rail cannons a bit more interesting and fun. Yay! Hurrah! Moving the camera now reduces the accuracy of a rail cannon for a short period of time due to the turret movement. Keeping your aim steady for a short time will regain full accuracy in 2 seconds. Firing a shot from the rail will also trigger a loss of accuracy for a short period of time. Push R to reload. That one's quite handy. That used to frustrate me if I had one shot left. You know, sometimes firing that shot would give the game away kind of as to where you were hiding. Middle mouse also reloads RoboShop. We can now purchase robots that have been designed by FreeJam. Of course using Galaxy Cache. Or you can copy the designs on your own robots if you wish. Once the robot is purchased, the cubes are yours, so you can keep it, dismantle it, modify it, whatever you wish. Just like a Lego kit. Huzzah. You get the following. You get a garage slot. You get extra premium. Some cosmetic cubes. Now we're going to end up having to buy them just to get the cosmetic cubes, aren't we? All the cubes used in the robot added to your inventory. All the cubes used in the robot unlocked on the tick tree. Wow. If you don't have enough CPU to house the robot, you'll get a temporary boost. But as you level up, this boost will be removed. It's not possible to get extra CPU over players who do not buy a robot. 115 cap applies to everyone. There is nothing in these robots that will help you in combat that you cannot get for free by just playing. What you're really buying is a robot designed by FreeJam and a temporary shortcut. These robots are good, but they're not best in class. These will not make you win. Other changes. Platoon queue time should now be improved and platoon should be more reliable. Hooray! Hope that's true. They've made a change to Mars 3 to try and solve the spawning through floor bug, And they've improved the lobby, so you should find it more reliable and you don't need to relog as much when waiting for a long time. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what is occurring. RoboShop. Contact the server for... Meh. Meh. Not bothered. The cosmetic cubes on it are standard. Yeah. What tier is it? With this robot you get 3 days premium. Garage slot. 468 CPU. Own and unlocked. 43 T3 2-time vapor trails, and it costs 4,250. Nah, not bothered. That's interesting. That's kind of a nice little tank design. T3 Mean Machine. Yeah, that's not too bad. The electroplating there is in a totally pointless place. You know, unless you're poking your head out over a ledge, that's not really going to do much. You know, unless you're being shot at from down below. That probably would have served a better purpose having that over this little bit here. I do like the way they've got the wheels done on this. That's very nice. Yeah, you know, swap all of that out for black and you might be onto something. That looks quite nice. Yeah. Okay. That looks reasonably pleasant. I don't like designs that have all of the like plasma bombers. I don't like them having all of the things on the underneath. You know, my style of play, I prefer to have really to have them on the front, on the top and the bottom. Just makes it easier for my style of gameplay. But you know, looks like a quite nice design. I could see that easily being bumped up into something a little bit nicer. Have a look at this guy. That's meh. Not really sure about that. Again, the electroplating seems to be in a quite a naff place. There are elements of it I like. What weapons has it got? T7s. Hoverblades mix T6 and T8. Electroplates mix T6 and T7. Vapor trails. Oh. And see that? 299950. That is nearly all the game currency I've got. What a shame I've just bought a month's worth. You know, really, if these were a bit cheaper, I would like to buy them just to test them. Just to see how good they are. I mean, I'd love to test that. I could probably test that one. I mean, these ones, you know, at least these have got a bit more valuable stuff on in terms of electroplating, so I'd be getting something a bit more for it if I did want to test it. I'm just weighing that up. Oh. Plasma bomber. Him. I quite like the look of that. You know, but realistically, you could just make it yourself, couldn't you? I mean, you've got it sat there in the bay, and I've got it on video now, so I could just refer to the video probably a lot easier. I could just look at the video on my iPad or something while I was doing this. Get all those nice snazzy little bits. How much would this cost in total? The Apache. Let me just add these up. Let me do some maths. That's 4250. That's 9195. One 7950. That's 29,950. Okay, I'm just going to do some quick maths here. Probably get this wrong. Let's see. So that's 5 and 15 and 9 would be 24, and then you carry the 2, don't you? That's what you're meant to do with it. And that would give you 18, and 5 is 23, which is 3, and carry the 2. Which is more maths, which is 18 and 4 is 22 plus 7, which is 29, plus the 2 is 31, there's 5. Is that right? 51345. That's what I'm coming up with off the top of my head in my kind of maths lameness. I'm not particularly good at maths, so don't blame me if that is wrong. Wasn't doing that with a calculator or anything. I was doing that simply with the power of my mind. But that is a fair bit more than I've got. And let's see, add funds. Be more than 10,000 to add. Oh, let's put it in Great British pounds first. Sterling, I said. So I'd probably be looking at about another 11 quid to get all of that. And then what? But that's like, I can afford another so many months of premium with that. Oh, you guys are just utter fiends. You know what? I'm just gonna pause this, and I'm just gonna have a think, a quick think, because this is quite tempting. I think it would be quite nice to take these craft out. But I'm just going to have to check my finances and then also have a massive reality check to see whether I can be bothered doing it with all of the updates, you know. Oh, so let's try and add some suspense here. Will he or won't he? Is he going to foil for the shiny new toys? Okay, are you going to bet? Alright, you have a bet on it. I'll pause this and I'll be back in a second and we'll find out. Hi guys, welcome back. Well, that took a little bit of thinking out. We had a bit of a board meeting, a discussion, and then a quick rinse of the couch for change. But what we decided in the end was, what the hey, you guys deserve to see it. So, I could have possibly bought the 11.95, but then that wouldn't have left me with enough to then get any more premium, really. It would have just been enough to get that stuff. So I've thrown another £24 nearly at this game. Boy, I hope it's worth it. And I hope you guys appreciate this. So, and I also hope that my maths was right. Okay, right, well, let's buy the two that I'm really interested in first, just in case. Let's buy this guy. Okay, so we've got the Mean Machine. And what is he? He's tier 3. Okay, and what bay is he in? He's in bay 11. Okay. And let's buy the Plasma Bomber, because you know I love Plasma Bombers, although this will not fit my style of Plasma Bomber at all. Let's buy that robot. Okay, and we've got a T5 Plasma Bomber there. Lovely stuff. Okay, let's buy the Rebel. Oh, might cause some serious harm with the Rebel, yes. To my bank balance, you fiends. Okay, so we've bought that guy. Okie doke. And then, of course, this little fella. Okay. And that's left me with actually quite a bit more than I had before, so that's not too bad. Okay, so this guy is the T2 Apache. T2 Apache. My word. And just as soon as they've done this update, let's see if they've managed to give me the weapons that I needed for the midge. No. No, those cubes still don't exist for me. Yet I've still got 4 showing in here. But not in my inventory. Oh my word. Oh, and do you know what? I want to buy some more just to see, but I don't know if I'm going to get refunded on these or what the deal is, if they're going to fix that or not. I've not heard any word back, and presumably they're busy with this update. So anyway, not the Rebel. Let's take this guy out first. This just looks awful. I don't think that electroplate's in the right place. I mean, it's got some nice little features. Of course, these things straight out the box, it's going to be much like the craft that you get originally. You know, you're going to want to swap out the weapons on them. You're going to want to modify them. They're not going to be brilliant, are they? You know? To start with, I don't think there's any way they'd build something that was really, you know, giving anyone an edge in any way. It's got the trails on it. It's got the vapor trails. It's got awful weapons on it. I'm tier 2. Let's see if we can nudge this guy over. Oh, no, above him. Come down a bit. No, now he's flipped me. What do we do for flip? Do we press F? I'm being shot at. Press F for flip? Is that what we press? It has got a flipper on it, hasn't it? I think it only activates after you've been still for a while. Yay! And it doesn't really work. There we go. Okay. Well, I tried to help him. Never mind. Let's go and see if we can kill anything. Oh yeah, I forgot to press Q. That's interesting. And I'm destroyed. Upside down like a pro. Well, I'd say no. I'd say no to that. Okay, so this time I've got to remember the new spotting thing. That kind of threw me. And not to mess around trying to help people back up. Ah, see, they haven't managed to fix the freezing. I've got a pending friend invite. Let's just have a look at that. Turn tech, god damn it. Welcome aboard, sir. Okay. Still doesn't cost much to repair that fella. Oh, you know this guy is going to get scrapped so soon. Although the shape's quite nice on him, you know. I may well swap all of that out for black. Stick some wings on it. Make it into something else. Oh, do I really want a ranked battle in this guy? Apparently. Apparently I do. Wow, buying these craft so you don't have to. Okay, so if we just press Q. Let's spam Q, does that do anything? No, I don't know. Oh my word. Oh, and it's... Oh, that makes it a lot more interesting, actually. Without the name tag appearing so easily above. It's going to be harder to spot rails and flyers and such. I so wanted to get the kill on that guy. Oh, missed him as well. Oh, that's no good. Yeah, serious design flaws with this already, I can see. Oh dear. Yeah, that guy's pretty awful. So, that's not going to get me anywhere in the leagues. This won't have done anything for my ranking. Come on. Okay, that's enough of that guy. That guy is going to need a lot of work. Okay, so the next guy is... This guy looks a little bit more promising. Phew. T3 Mean Machine. Well, I quite like the shape. I don't think the electroplating's in the right place. I think I'd probably have the electroplating over there. I like this idea of having the wheels like a tank would have tracks, so they've got the raised ones at either end. That's quite a nice design feature. That's the one thing about this I really do like. And also, you know, I'm not that brilliant at putting flatbeds together, so maybe eventually I can swap all of this out for black and then just add on to it in my own fashion to make something. But let's see how this goes. Oh, remember it's SMG for some reason, with it being a tank. I imagine it would be plasma. Oh my word. Oh, that's nice. You can see that the guys spotted him down there. Other guys have spotted people over there, apparently. Oh, enemy spotted voice. Loves it. Loves it. Let me run away. Oh, you're getting in my way. Run away. Okay, let's sneak around on them while they're all shooting up there, hopefully. I love the way the wheels are laid out on this fella. That I do approve of. Well, this guy's holding up a little bit better. Bit more to him, bit more of a sensible layout. Is there anyone up there, or is he just shooting wildly? Yeah, he wasn't bad at all. Of course, let's see. What's he on? Is he right on the cusp of 3? Yeah, he's very much on the edge of 3. So, and what are these weapons? Actually, I can just look on the RoboShop and it'll tell me, won't it? Okay, he's got T3 SMGs. So, you know, I could probably quite easily swap these out for T4s. You know, you could have less wheels on him. These things actually cost quite a bit of CPU, don't they? So, well, it's not so much CPU, is it? It's the robot rating. And they don't have any robot rating. Ah, wrong thing. But I suppose you could lose the, if you wanted to beef up the guns, you could lose the radar and the jammer. Or you could lose a couple of wheels, you could lose the flipper. And then maybe you could put some bit beefier weapons onto him. Let's see. We've got 5s. No, that wouldn't work. I'd have to take some more stuff off. But you know, it's a reasonably nice design. Let's see. What was it that it had? It was probably be a T1. And a T3. And it had the flipper, of course. Oh, sorry, the alignment rectifier. That's the fella. Yeah, so, you know, certainly if you're having trouble with building stuff, like I always have a bit of trouble building flatbeds, I probably wouldn't ever come up with something like this without copying it from somebody else or taking ages and ages of tinkering around. And it's certainly got a lot of this one. I think there's got a lot of room for improvement and for beefing up in terms of tiers. It's quite like the design on this. The other one for a hover, it seemed to be already set up to be front heavy and to flip very easily. You know, I foresaw it taking some damage and then just flipping over. I could see that just by looking at it. Whereas this is quite a nice stable looking chap. And let's see. Q. I don't know, am I meant to just spam the Q button? Thank you very much. Oh, Oh dear, he hasn't made friends with the rocks yet. Oh, enemy spotted. There we go, we've got a kill. Lovely stuff. They're going to come round on me any second now. There's a railgun guy trying to see me. There's another guy down. Oh, out of my way, fool! Let's get back behind this rock. That was my kill, dang it. Should have had that. Let's see what's going on. Can I spy anyone? There's fire coming from over there. There he is. There you go, I've just spotted an enemy by holding down Q. That's kind of awesome. And another kill, and I'm stuck. Oh, no, managed to get out. Okay, there's a railgun guy up there. Look at us all trying to get the kill on this fella. Oh, there we go. Getting fire from this guy up here. There we go. 4. Yep. Well, I'm digging on the tank. That's all I can say. Oh, this guy's still in the sky. Can we get it to 5? I didn't mention before, but after the last video, I played a can't remember whether it was, I think it was Blue Thunder. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I think I had Blue Thunder out in a rated battle, and I got 5 kills. I was made up, and of course, you know, it's the minute I stop recording, have some awesome games. But yeah, this tank definitely has promise. So, that first one, not so much. Wouldn't touch that with a barge pole, to be honest. You know, I could see that just by looking at it. It looks very, very much like a few hits to it in the right place, and it will be scuppered. Whereas this tank is quite a resilient chap, and rather enjoyable to play. Yeah, I'd like to make modifications to it, although I think I'd also quite like to keep it in its original form, and maybe just copy the design out, you know, into another bay. And then upgrade that, because This is very nice looking. It'd be interesting to see under the hood if it's solid, you know, if it's just a solid design or whether there's any kind of sneakiness in there. You know? But still, I would say if you were going to buy one of these so far, I wouldn't bother, would not bother with the T2 Apache. You know, just look at that. Right? It's front heavy. And if it loses one of these, just one of the hovers off it, I can see it easily starting to flail all around the place. But the tank, the mean machine, yeah, go for that if you're going to buy one. That's not bad at all. Okay, let's see. What else did we have? Not the Rebel. I'm going to look at the Plasma Bomber first. T5 Plasma Bomber. Now, as you know from all my other builds, I do not enjoy the plasmas all along the bottom. I prefer to have them up front. Also, unless this has got a ton of jets buried inside it, I quite like that though, that's quite nice. It's got one hidden inside there. Not sure, I guess we'll just have to see how it performs. Oh, I see the chat's turned to mush once again. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying the spotting system. Oh, this isn't a brilliant level to try this out on. Oh, I wonder what Blue Hawk prototype is. That sounds interesting. We've got a pancake shredder. No landing gear on this fella. Okay. Wow. So. He turns alright. Very slow. Not fast enough at all. But let's just take him up. He climbs nice. No, in fact, he stalls. That's not what you want at all. Oh, railgun guy. This guy is horrible. He is incredibly slow. Incredibly slow. What? And he stalls all the time? That's really weird. Has he been hit? No. He's just... Wow. Moves in a really horrible way. Oh. I've lost some wings. And more importantly, I've lost a vapor trail. Oh dear, I really don't like having the weapons all along the bottom like that. And it does just kind of seem to stall horribly. And it was doing that before I had all the chunks taken out of it. Oh. Oh dear. Oh no. Not so good. I mean, look, if he's stuck like that against the wall, what is he going to be shooting? Nothing. Nothing at all. See, this exact situation, one of my craft, it's got plasmas on both sides. So, I'd still be able to shoot as long as I hadn't had one of those weapons shot off. This guy's got to turn around to fire. Luckily, I managed to get off. Oh, there's an exclamation mark there. Wonder what that's for. Does that mean he's spotted me? Yeah, that guy spotted me. It's interesting. I'm dead. Nope, not enjoying that at all. Well done, Smoker. Rocking backwards and forwards there with your lone plasma. Come on, contact the server. Okay, so I really like the shape of that thing. But I've got a feeling this will be gutted and made into something that flies how I like flyers to fly and has weapons placed on it. You know, again, I may just copy the design first. Copy the design out into another bay. And modify it there so this is nice and safe and intact as a reference for a while till I've made full use of it. But as it stands on its own, you know, maybe you like this kind of bomber. Maybe, you know, there's a lot of people that tell me all the time that I should be placing my plasmas all on the underneath, and they don't understand why I have placement at the front, on the top, on the bottom. But it's the way I maneuver, it's the way I line up my shots, and I feel having it that way is more natural to how you fly a plane and how you would target something. This, I mean, look at it trying to get off the ground. I'm holding space and shift and then it goes straight up. You know, you could very easily go straight into a nosedive. It stalls just so easily. It is severely underpowered. And, has it got a jammer on it? Don't even think it's got a jammer on it. Which is horrible. I managed to hit that guy. Ouch. There's a railgun guy over there who's now shredded me, and look at that. It doesn't degrade at all well. I don't think it's got the right lift or the right thrust. Still flying. But look how quickly it just gets off the ground and then it stalls. And then starts gliding. You really are going to need more thruster power on this fella. Oh, I managed to spot an enemy. Look, look, it's just stalls so badly. Really, if you buy this fella and you want to use him, you're going to have to bump him up a tier and stick a shed load of thrusters onto him. Because otherwise I think it's pretty useless. Yep, I just can't do anything here. Managed to spot that enemy and that's about it. Oh, and again with this. Horrible, horrible stuff. Okay, so yeah, if you're gonna get this guy, you want to make him. You want to push him up into T6, and you want to cover every single inch of it that you can with more thrusters, and you know, maybe even get another couple of wings on there to give him a bit more lift. Is this all hollow? That's hollow, but yeah, see, look inside here. They have done some interesting stuff in terms of the spacing design that they've done on there. You know, so these also include little tricks with spacing. They're prisms, not solid cubes. So you could learn some armor techniques from taking these guys apart and having a little look inside at how they've been put together. So there are lots of uses to getting them. I just wouldn't rely on taking one out of the box and playing with it, other than maybe that tank. Okay, I don't really want to play with that anymore. Which was the last one? The Rebel. What's this? Is this guy any more balanced? Now this guy's T7. He's back heavy. Interesting concept in the armor. Quite a lot of nice kit on him. Let's just see what weapons he's got. T7s. Okay, let's see how he does. I'm pressing B and nothing is happening. There we go. Are we getting in? Is this just going to freeze up on me? Oh, and check that out. My premium has jumped up from 180 days to 310 days. So, you know, you get a good wedge of stuff with them. There's Pooha. I wonder if we've got an exciting build to witness. Oh look, and there's somebody else. The enemy also has a T7. Where's Pooha at? Hey! You knew it, didn't you? Look at that awesomeness of Pooha. Lovely to see you. Good stuff. Wonder if we'll spot the enemy's version of this. What's this called? The Rebel or something? It's a little bit glidey. Right, so there's enemy behind us. Oh, where was that coming from? Well, didn't spot the enemy version of this. Oh dear. Still, I've got a victory bonus out of it. So it can't all be bad. 0 repair. Well, a T7 Rebel, let's give it another go. It's a bit glidey and definitely room for improvement, you know? I could see this being one of those builds that has, you know, much more than 6 SMGs on it. Or at least put them all into much... Oh, excuse me, bit of windy pops there. Slash hiccup. Interesting combination. Yeah, you know. I can see which is higher colour. Yellow is higher than blue. Okay, so it's got kind of armor spacing. It's probably got some interesting layout on the insides. Are these hollow? That's a square. I must repair. That was weird. It said I had 0 to repair, but you know. Oh, it's actually got stuff, gubbins underneath it. I couldn't quite see. That's... Ah, interesting. So it's got some extra jets in there and some more hovers that I hadn't seen. That's quite nice. Having that stuff hidden in there. Quite like how this is built up. That's very nice. But this will probably be the basis for a larger tank. I can see this being fleshed out, so it's got stuff along the back here. I mean, what do we like? Wow, that's actually got a CPU of 1192. This is kind of nice as well, because let's have a look at, say, for example, Blue Thunder. Oh, right. I've actually had my CPU bumped up to 1192 on there as well. So I think, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I don't think it was as high as that. I don't think it was as high as 1192. I've got a feeling it was 100 and something. I think it was like 11 oh something or other. So I think I may have gained about 90 flops off it or something, which isn't bad at all. Is that right? I'll have to check the video. 72. Do some maths here. That is possibly enough to add those two electroplates in, isn't it? That's not too far off, but what's going to happen there is, I imagine, if I level now, my CPU isn't going to go up until it meets that point. That's a bit kind of unfair if you can also buy, because kind of what you can do there is you're buying CPU. So that's like buying levels. That's a little bit cheeky. Because one of the things in the past that made it so that, you know, you could get premium and you could earn faster, but you'd still need to level to build something really massive. Whereas now, if you buy one of these things, yep, you get 1192 flops for buying that. So if I'd only bought that one, I wouldn't have increased. But by buying this fella, you can bounce your flops up to higher than level 64. Which is a little bit... That's a little bit mean, I think, on the people who are not wanting to spend any money on this stuff. Oh, excuse me, my voice is going a little bit there. Not so cool. Not so cool. So, yeah, if you're buying these and you want something to play around with that's fun and is good, I'd recommend the Mean Machine. If you want to buy a craft to bump up your oh, don't buy that. If you want to buy a craft to bump up your CPU to higher than a level 64 player, then you want to buy this thing. And that is a reason to buy this in itself, you know. Wow. Kind of crazy. Okay, let's give this guy another go. Do not shoot me. Good luck with that. Whoa, whoa, I'm not used to flying hovers much. Oh, what? Will this flipper get him out of that? Yeah, it worked quite nicely. Well, there you go. Now, I don't like, I mean, it's fun, it's kind of interesting for me, because these days, I don't really get much flatbed action. But I think if I was going to have a flatbed, and especially an SMG guy, I'd like to have wheels. You know, the way you have to get in close and move around, I don't think it lends itself to being skidding like that. You know, a plasma tank on hovers, yeah, sure, I can imagine that. I don't really have a problem with that. Oh, excuse me, my voice is really going. But for an SMG where you want to run in fast and you want to maneuver quickly and keep the enemy on their toes, I don't think a hover is necessarily the way to go, or at least certainly not one that's built like this. I'd want much tighter control of my craft. Yeah, so I am just going to take the tank out for one more. So this is the fella that has most impressed me. I think in terms of viability for one straight out of the box, I've got to go for the Mean Machine. Unless of course you just have to CPU, in which case you want that, what was it called? The Rebel? Definitely don't buy that first one. That first one's pretty horrible. You know, I think you'd have to heavily mod it, or just be, you know, again, it's all down to personal preference, isn't it? Like I say, a lot of people tell me they don't understand the reasoning behind my plasma bombers. and if they can't understand that, then they might have difficulty. Oh look, there's somebody. Is he modified one? He's stuck plasma on his. Oh, enemy spotted. Having a little bit of trouble on the ice. Yeah, you know, if they can't understand Minecraft, maybe they'd have... Wow, really stuck there. Maybe they'd have trouble. What? What is going on? Sorry, trying to talk and play. Not so easy on the ice in this fella. Just get behind this rock, I feel. Oh, I've lost the first section. Oh, gotta move, gotta move. There's a railgun guy trying to track me. Ouch. I'm pressing Q, but it's not letting me spot him. Unless that's snow. There we go. At least I've spotted him for the enemy team. For our team, rather. Someone else shooting me, obviously. Oh, I'm dead now. Oh, anyway, what was my point? My point was, yeah, you know, I'm saying that I don't see it as a viable thing, but your gameplay may be very different to mine. It looks like somebody had one out there. What? Had he bumped us up with weapons into this tier? Yeah, by the looks of it. Not in very good shape at the end of the battle. Connect, come on. Okay, so this guy was a little bit disappointing on the snow. I would have thought he'd have held up a bit better, but you know, maybe these are pretty crappy wheels that he's got on, and maybe some better wheels might help with that. Certainly this is inspiration for a T10 flatbed, and will give me an idea of the kind of cubes I need. Again, it'll be interesting to see if all of these are cubes, if any of them are underneath that turn out to be prisms and such, or inners, etc. But yeah, I think this is the most viable one, at least for my kind of gameplay. It's easier to look through the RoboShop, isn't it? Okay, so this fella, for what you get 3 days premium and a garage slot. If you're low level, that 468 flops might be useful to you. Not getting anything amazing on there. The craft itself, I see as flawed from the out. You know? You only need to lose one or two things and it's going to flail everywhere. And it's quite low armour that you're getting with it, low weapons and stuff like that. This guy's awful. Certainly for me, you know, the placement of the weapons I don't like, you know, but every other plasma bomber I see has that weapon placement. So obviously if you're a plasma bomber kind of guy and you enjoy a full spread of plasma on the underneath of your craft, maybe this is up your street, but be warned, you know, you probably are going to want to stick more thrusters onto it, because it just stalled so easily and it didn't seem to have any kind of power in it at all. It was very slow and not at all what I expected. I expected it to be much faster than that. This guy, if you like your hovers, maybe he's right up your street. But I think the main advantage with this guy is the 1,192 flops that you get with him, because I didn't even have that. That's bounced my flops up and I'm level 64. It'll be interesting to see what level I have to get to be over that amount of flops. So, how many flops did you get with that one? 879? I'm not sure what tier you'd need to be. Sorry, what level you need to be for that to be a significant amount. But you know, if you're coming in and you're level 1 and you buy that, or even that, that's going to be a lot. Considering with how much you start off with. So, there's definite advantages to buying them. I certainly wouldn't use any of them straight out of the box, except maybe this fella. And even then, you know, you saw that other guy who had this, he'd stuck plasmas on it. And you'd want to tinker around, but definitely you can learn stuff from these builds. Are they worth the game currency? Are they going to force people into having to buy these things to learn how to build stuff? I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do to change the face of it. If this takes off in a big way, are they going to, you know, introduce more and more of them? I hope not, because I haven't got the money, you know. Hope you guys appreciate that I laid out actual genuine cash just to bring you this video and show you how awful most of them are. I'm going to take the tank out again and hope for... what am I doing? I'm not even in... not even in my bay. Let's hope we get a Mars map. Yes. Yeah, so I really do hope you appreciate that I forked out genuine hard-earned pounds from the back of my couch to bring you a video on these guys. I don't want to be wandering off on my own. Where's everyone else? They're all down there. Let's join in with this fella. These guys seem to know what they're doing. Oopsie. He doesn't degrade too badly either, this guy. Which is nice. Awesome. I really do hope they get on to fixing this soon. If you're having any problems at all with the freezing, please, Avac started a thread in the bug report section of the forum. I've been on there and added my 2 penneth if you want to get on in there and mention it to them so they realise, you know, it's not just an isolated incident, that there's a few people, because I've heard in the chat and I've spoken to people in game and they've said they've got the same problem. Please get on and mention it. Talking of issues, let's just have a look at the midge again. That's 7, isn't it? Still not giving me these. I've got 4. I've got another 4 of them. How frustrating. How frustrating. Well, okay guys. I hope you enjoyed that. And you know, what can I say? It's a new way for them to make some money. And fair play to them. And it certainly is a way for you to get some kind of advantage if you've got the cash, either in terms of learning how to build better craft, gaining premium and CPU and some nice shiny parts, or just to have a bit of fun and see what the devs came up with in terms of design. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.